Hello, welcome to the BT360 podcast, What's Up in Business Travel, a weekly podcast where we update you on what's up this week in the world of business travel. This podcast is great for those who need to know what's happening, all in less than 15 minutes. My name is Ash. Let's get started. It is Monday, April 28th, and we've completed week 16 of 2025. Have you taken advantage of all the status match and bonus point offers that the airlines and hotels are promoting? For example, just this week, Delta SkyMiles announced a new promotion with Uber. We do all the work of tracking deals so that you can benefit from bonus miles, points, and status match benefits when they're announced. All you have to do is visit the points or status match page on businesstravel360.com to access them all. Now, let's get to the headlines. Gunmen shot dead at least 26 tourists at a resort town in Kashmir in what appeared to be a major shift in the regional conflict, of which tourists have largely been spared. Police described the incident as a terror attack and blamed militants fighting against Indian rule. Two senior police officers said at least 4 gunmen, whom they described as militants, fired on dozens of tourists from close range. The officers said at least 3 dozen were injured. Most of the tourists killed were Indian, according to the officers. The meadow in Pahalgam is a popular destination surrounded by snow-capped mountains. It is visited by hundreds of tourists every single day. The average daily U.S. hotel rate in March increased year over year, as did revenue per available room. This is according to STR. The U.S. occupancy rate declined year over year, however. ADR in March increased over 1% year over year to $161.78, while occupancy increased 0.3% to 63.6%. This is the first month since September last year in which the average U.S. occupancy fell from prior year levels. RevPAR increased by almost 1% year over year to $102.89. STR suggested that the shift in Easter holiday, which was March 31st last year and April 20th this year, led to mixed performance results. Miami, Florida registered the highest March occupancy rate among STR's top U.S. cities at 83.2%. Detroit logged the lowest March occupancy rate at 54%, followed by Minneapolis at 55%. The National Tour Association, American Bus Association, and Student and Youth Travel Association released a study showing that international travel to the U.S. is down. The 3 associations surveyed the U.S. members about inbound travel, and 51% of respondents reported that their business or destination has experienced a drop in business, bookings, or visitation. A quarter of the respondents reported no impact, and the rest said that they were unsure. The survey also found that 32% of U.S. tour and motor coach operators said that they've been impacted. 63% of sellers, including DMOs, attractions, hotels, and restaurants, report being impacted, and 61% of DMOs and hoteliers report canceled hotel room nights. The U.S.-Canada Coalition, which includes the NTA, ABA, and SYTA, expects that foreign tourist spending in the U.S. is expected to drop by 11% this year, resulting in an $18 billion revenue loss. The United States Federal Trade Commission is suing Uber, alleging that the company has charged users for its subscription service Uber One without consent and failed to deliver on promised savings. The suit further alleges that Uber has deceptive billing and cancellation practices while maintaining a cancel anytime promise. The FTC said that Uber's billing and cancellation policies are in violation of the Restore Online Shoppers Confidence Act and the FTC Act. The Restore Online Shoppers Confidence Act requires that online retailers disclose their terms of service clearly to get user consent before charging for the service. It also requires that businesses to provide an easy way to cancel a recurring subscription. Among the points of issue in its complaint, the FTC said that consumers who signed up for Uber One were falsely told that they can save $25 a month and allege that Uber makes important information about its subscription too difficult to find. The agency also said that consumers who had signed up and were charged for Uber One ahead of their billing date, sometimes before the free trial period closed. Additionally, the FTC said that Uber makes it extremely difficult by forcing customers to go up to 23 screens and take 32 actions to cancel, with road bumps along the way, such as lack of customer support. The case, with the complaint filed in the U.S. District Court of Northern District of California, will be decided at an unspecified later date. Now in news that impacts the travel industry. Omni Hotel and Resorts unveiled a new business travel program designed for small and mid-sized enterprises that offers discounted rates for booking through direct channels. Omni Select Business currently is available to any registered business that does not otherwise have a negotiated corporate rate with the hotel company. Clients must book a minimum of 50 room nights annually to remain in the program. Companies that enroll in the program can receive variable discounts of up to 9% of standard rates on stays booked through Omni's website or its call center. Bookings through corporate booking tools are not eligible. An enrolled company's business traveler must also enroll in the Omni Select Guest Loyalty Program to participate, and travelers accrue points under the program for Omni Select business stays. Omni is the latest hotel company in recent years to develop a program designed for SME customers, joining Marriott, Hilton, and Wyndham. Corporate transient bookings at U.S. hotels in 2025 through the beginning of April dropped 4% year-over-year, according to a report from hospitality analytics firm Calibri Labs. Government per diem bookings, meanwhile, dropped 9% year-over-year for the same time period. Corporate transient bookings that were on the books for up to 30 days in the future were also running 4% lower than they were last year, while government per diem bookings were 20% lower. Calibri Labs studied performance data through April 5th at more than 35,000 U.S. hotels to assess what it called the impact of geopolitical and macroeconomic shifts in U.S. lodging demand. Overall, U.S. room night production through April 5th declined 1% year-over-year, according to the report. Demand at about 53% of more than the 333 markets that Calibri assessed either held steady or dropped by single-digit percent points year-over-year. South American airline Latam will soon levy varying charges depending on which GDS the travel advisors use to book. Latam currently assesses a charge of $13 per segment for GDS bookings made with legacy technology, but starting May 12th, the fee will jump to $15.96 for North American bookings made through Amadeus and $14.19 for Sabre. The bookings made via Travelport, the surcharge will decrease to $11 per segment. The variable charge will apply depending on the GDS used, with the goal of recovering the cost of each booking. Latam went live with NDC bookings in Sabre in late February. The airline has NDC agreements with Amadeus and Travelport and says launch dates will be announced soon. Let's get to the news of mergers and new partnerships. United Airlines Ventures has invested in blended wing aircraft startup JetZero for an undisclosed sum. The aircraft is designed to fly at higher altitudes and be more fuel efficient than traditional jets. The United deal includes a path to order of up to 100 planes with an option to an additional 100. The purchase agreement conditioned on JetZero achieving a flight of its full-scale demonstrator by 2027. The U.S. Air Force in 2023 awarded JetZero a $235 million contract to fast-track the development of its commercial demonstrator. The JetZero Z4 airplane is designed to hold up to 250 passengers and fly on conventional jet fuel, with the propulsion systems able to use sustainable aviation fuel blends. Alaska Airlines in August 2024 invested in JetZero, and Delta partnered with the company in March. Trainline, the platform for train and bus travel, has acquired online rail and bus ticket provider Trenes.com for an undisclosed sum. Trainline plans to integrate the capabilities and talent provided by the acquisition of Trenes.com, which is based in Barcelona and was founded in 2014. Trainline said that it would use its Platform One tech to drive more customers for Trenes.com, improve the user experience, and create a more seamless experience. Trenes.com and Trainline are united in the same mission to facilitate access to the best options at competitive prices. JetBlue and Japan Airlines have expanded their partnership to allow for reciprocal point redemption for members of each airline's loyalty program. TrueBlue members can now use their points to book qualifying JAL-operated flights directly on JetBlue's website. This is the first time that TrueBlue members can redeem points for travel with an airline partner in East Asia. JAL Mileage Bank members, in turn, can redeem their points for select flights in JetBlue's network, which includes routes to Latin America, the Caribbean, Canada, and cities along the East Coast. And now, news of new travel services and improvements. BermudAir has officially launched a new nonstop service between Bermuda and Charleston International Airport. The airline will operate that route once a week on Saturdays. The addition marks the third new route for the airline, joining recently launched new nonstop service between Raleigh and Bradley International Airport in Hartford. Alaska Airlines and Hawaiian Airlines are in the process of joining the operations at multiple airport locations. Hawaiian check-in operations at Los Angeles moved to Terminal 6, co-locating with Alaska. Hawaiian also launched operations at JFK Terminal 8 as part of its months-long transition from Terminal 4. Alaska Airlines is also moving to JFK's Terminal 8 from Terminal 7 and expects the transition to be completed by October. The move to JFK's Terminal 8 enhances connectivity with Alaska's oneworld partners, including American Airlines and British Airways. When Alaska's move is complete, Terminal 8 will house 10 oneworld airlines. The overall co-location project began last year after Alaska and Hawaiian announced their merger. Future airports with co-location plans include those in Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, and Sacramento. American Airlines has unveiled its redesigned app. The app is being rolled out to customers between now and the end of May and features a new section dedicated to Advantage members, another dedicated to upcoming trips, and a more personalized home screen with information on near-term trips and individual Advantage account. American Airlines said that the app is now being hosted on a new platform which sets the foundation for future app upgrades. Alaska Airlines is expanding in San Diego, adding thrice daily service to Phoenix, Chicago O'Hare, and Denver. Alaska Airlines will also increase frequencies on 4 San Diego routes beginning in October, combined with new routes and frequencies that will beef up San Diego service by 30%. It would also grow the combined San Diego route network for Alaska and Hawaiian Airlines to 44 nonstop destinations. The Phoenix service will start in August, and Alaska will compete on that route with American, Southwest, and Frontier. Alaska Airlines will add frequencies on San Diego service to Las Vegas, Sacramento, San Jose, and Salt Lake City. With that, thank you for joining us, and I would like to ask you to tune in again next week on Monday morning to get your weekly update. We hope that you will make this a regular part of your week and listen in while you're on the move or sitting back and sipping your coffee. You can subscribe to this podcast by searching Business Travel 360 on Apple or Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, or Pandora. Be sure to share this podcast with everyone you know so that they can also benefit from getting to know more about what's up in business travel. You can always find more information on businesstravel360.com. Have a great day and travel well.